Forest Preserve, and we're looking for a spot to do the Sacred Earth Blessing, but I came across this little guy that seems to have been chewed up by a beaver, which is super cool. You can see all the little teeth marks. The little guy was going ham on this tree. Anyway, I just wanted to stop by and show that. I thought that was super neat. Alright, we're going to get back to it. Alright, we found a location right by the river.
Come on, bud. She wants to get out.
You want to get in here too? She wants to get out and play. Let me control the camera a little bit better. Alright, so just like I explained before, I am going to set up a grid using the natural elements that have been left behind by nature, and it's just a mixture of my connection to Mother Earth, sacred geometry, and just healing energy. So I'm going to build a little something something. I'm going to collect everything, build it up. Angelica might take some footage, but she's also playing with Violet, and the most important thing is Violet having fun and just being in nature. And we are near some water, so she might get to play with that. But yeah, I'm gonna get to work, and then I'll show you guys how it looks afterwards. Alright, so I have finished the grid and got a little help from Violet, and this is my small little mini grid for a beautiful family. This grid is for bringing in energy into the physical plane. A lot of times people use it for abundance, or bringing it into when you have like stagnant energy, to kind of get things going again. So yeah, I'm really excited. It was a lot of fun. I'm a little messy, but that's all right. So we're gonna go ahead and keep going with our day. I'm gonna just go ahead and bless this real quick, and we'll be good to go. So thanks to you for coming with us, and we got a few more errands to run, but we'll keep you posted. One last thing that I want to add is, I know I've talked about this before, but I just want to say it again. The grid that we set up is an exchange of energy between the people that I am building it for and the land. So a lot of the blessings come from the land, but a lot of your love and harmony comes back to the land. So it's a nice way of connecting with Mother Earth and the season that it is made in. Which, if you want more information, you can head over to our website, healingartsacademy.mykajabi.com. You can go to Sacred Earth Blessings, and it's all broken down there. So time to walk.
So today we have a really nice day. We have a couple of clients today, and I'm actually heading into the shop, which I'm actually not really in the shop too much anymore. And it's been really nice just working from home and resting a little bit. I've actually been working with the online cacao journey a lot more with some of my mediumship students, and also with herbs. And actually I'm going to take you along today because I am making some tinctures, and I'm super excited about it. And I just in my own healing journey, because right now I'm actually working with a little bit of like nettle tea that I created to help support my kidneys, and I'm taking a tincture of different like nervines and adaptogen herbs just to help like nourish my nervous system and repair my nervous system, because as I'm processing through like a lot of the childhood trauma, it really is like wreaking havoc on my physical body, and the mind gets a little bit like in the repetitive thoughts. And it's not like that every day. It's like every couple of days there might be like a really big wave, and then, you know, it kind of settles down, and I just kind of have to honor it. Like I'm honestly just honoring the space that I have to heal and finally like let all of this go now that everything has just kind of like come out. So I trust it. It's not super fun, which I know a lot of you guys know, because I know a lot of you guys are doing the work too. But I'm really noticing like it really is taking a toll on my physical body, and it has over the past couple of years. So working with some tinctures that I'm going to be making today. Of course, they take about 4 to 6 weeks to to pull that medicinal qualities out of the herbs, but I am excited to start working with them a little bit deeper. I actually had this incredible reading yesterday with one of my good friends who is also an intuitive, and it just really helped me just feel a little bit more stable because I'm making so many changes. And Remy and I really are going to be talking about like the different changes that we're making with the Healing Arts Academy and just like with our own offerings. And I know I've mentioned this before on the channel, but I just feel so deeply connected to the plants and to their medicinal qualities and to their intelligence and wisdom. And I remember reading in this book, Braiding Sweetgrass, which the book is phenomenal. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about it. The author is just such a poetic writer, and the way that she talks about her relationship with the plants and with healing, it would just bring tears to my eyes. And I remember her saying, like, our plants, since like the dawn of time, have had this innate ancient wisdom to support life itself. And because we're so out of tune with nature, we are losing that connection. We're losing that wisdom. And it's like we have to continue sharing it. Like we have to continue learning, listening, honoring, and then sharing that and passing that down. And there is a sense of responsibility, and this really does come in with the work that I do in entirety in being a healer, is like there is this big sense of responsibility that comes with it because it's such a particular space for people. Like it's such a sacred, vulnerable space for people when you are really going through healing. But I do feel this sense of responsibility and passion within me that I honestly have not felt, and I can't even tell you how long. I don't even know the last time I felt like this. I honestly don't know. Maybe when I started the shamanic apprenticeship, but there's this like deep passion as I continue working with cacao and working with the feminine energy and helping support others and just like guiding them on this journey and incorporating the wisdom of the plants, that I just like, I want to share all of it. And honestly, like that's the plan. So I'm working on deepening my relationship with the plants and how they want to work with me and vice versa. And then kind of sharing that with everyone else or with who is looking for it. So the tinctures that I'll be working on today, I'm going to work with a couple of different herbs. I'm going to make a rose petal one, lavender, nettle, lemon balm. And I think I'm gonna I might make a Tulsi one. Tulsi or holy basil, they're the same. There's different varieties in there, but it's a really good adaptogenic herb. And it's been calling to me, and I know it's gonna help my own healing journey, so I think I'm gonna make one of those too. And then from there, once I have the individual, let's say batch or larger amounts of each tincture, then I can go ahead and make individual tinctures of like, maybe one is to support the nervous system, maybe one is for digestion, maybe one is for mental stability, you know, to help with the mind and the racing thoughts, because lemon balm is really good for that. So anyways, I'm geeking out about it. I was up until like 11 o'clock last night reading and studying, and I just like can't get enough of it. And it feels so good to feel so passionate and inspired. So I'm going to take you guys along today. I'm going to go take a couple of clients, and then I'm going to make my tincture, so I'll make sure to take you guys along. Good morning, everyone. We are headed back into work today, and although I usually have Saturdays off, I'm heading in today just for a quick, easy day. And we have Remy here. Say hi.
Hey, you were pointing it.
Oh, there we go. Say hi.
You can use a little joystick right there.
Okay.
That way you can see what's up. I have a usual day-to-day. My morning class is learning about the Mesa bundle, so I'm going to have Angelica bring hers in to show. That way they kind of get a better grasp of things, because no matter how much I explain it, until someone like brings it in and shows them, it just kind of helps a lot. And then the class after that, we're working on our, oh man, what are we working on? I think we're working on the dream catchers.
Oh.
I'll let them know. Anyway.
Nice. That's it. I have a mediumship like circle practice with some students of mine, and then one of my favorite clients coming in just for like a coaching session one-on-one. So it's been a really nice week. The weather has been really, really nice. A little overcast a couple of the days, but it's getting warmer, so I feel like you could feel springtime a little bit more. And we have the baby and back, who should be napping soon.
She's a little chill.
I can hear how tired she is. So, but first we're gonna stop for a little bit of coffee because Mama is crabby.
Drug addict.
Because she hasn't had her coffee this morning. I just want to say, one of my favorite luxuries of life is to have my mornings off and them being very slow. And that was not the case this morning. So I had a little crab up in my butt because of it. Because it was like the minute that I woke up and my feet hit the ground, it's been nonstop. Like doing dishes, cooking meals, packing lunches, getting dressed, getting the baby ready,
I did
playing with the dog, everything. So, well, Remy did cook us breakfast, but then I was on cleanup duty, so it's just been nonstop. My favorite thing in life is to sit, drink my coffee, and hang out, and just ease into the day. So, that's okay. We'll do that tomorrow, hopefully. So,
I have work in the morning, so I can't.
I'll show you guys my Mesa bundle here, just so you kind of have an idea of what Remy's talking about. This is what he's teaching his, level 3 students?
Mm-hmm.
So this is what they're creating. And I think we create it in level 3, and we create it level 4.
Yeah.
And then we start working with it, like, throughout the next, indefinitely. It's like one of the most beautiful tools.
It's one of your strongest tools.
One of our strongest tools, including the pipe and all of that, so. And these little bits on top here, Remy wanted me to talk about them. They were both gifted to me by my mentor. So this is a thunderstone. It's actually clay. It's not actually a stone. For me, although traditionally it doesn't represent this, I think of it as like a protecting tool because it was gifted to me by my mentor. So I think of it as protection. And then same thing as this bundle on top of my Mesa. I actually keep it on top. It is a part of my Mesa. I chose to not put it inside of my Mesa. It's something that was gifted to me by, again, my mentor, my father-in-law. That's very sacred and important, and it's very meaningful. So I keep it on top of my bundle because it is still a part of how I use healing, how I work with healing. So that's the top. So we just got our coffees. I got a cappuccino. Remy, what did you get?
I got a Jamaican cold brew with salted caramel. I like vanilla, and I tried their vanilla, and it did not taste like vanilla at all. And so I asked the lady what's her favorite. She said salted caramel. I said, all right, I'll try that. And I'm glad I asked because the salted caramel tastes like vanilla. So, surprise, surprise, I ordered salted caramel in order to drink vanilla coffee. Yeah. So
that's our excitement of the morning. It's great. So Remy and I have been visualizing our van a lot lately. We wanted to talk a little bit more about it because we haven't talked about it in a minute, right? I don't know if we have.
I mean, we talk about it in a few of the clips.
Well, we officially we know which company we're going with. We've been doing even more research, continuing to just make sure that it's exactly what we want. But we feel like it's so close. We literally feel like it's so close. And it's like we're thinking about it all the time. We're having visions of it a lot of the time. We're having dreams about it a lot of the time. So we really do feel like it's close. So hopefully within the next month, 2 months, we're starting to get it built out. And then it's just a few months from there. So it's working. We're getting there. And we have such the travel bug. And actually I was reflecting on this morning. I forgot about it. When I was pregnant with Violet, I had a reading with my old mentor for mediumship. Her name is Celeste Woods. And she's wonderful, but she's East Coast. Sometimes she can be she's a little rough, just because she's more forward. So when I was training with her over, a couple of years, she really helped me grow. She was on, I think, Ghost Hunters, the show, Ghost Hunters. She was the medium on there. So she's great. She's trained with Brian Weiss for what is it, past life regressions, the guy who wrote Many Lives, Many Masters. We don't necessarily believe in that, but I know a lot of people do, and she does beautiful work. I know she's helped many people. So when I was pregnant with Violet, I had just a regular mediumship session with her, and I remember her saying, there's going to be land that's calling to you and your husband and your daughter, and you're actually pregnant with another baby. So I see Violet as like 2 or 3. And you guys go out and there's land, and she's like, and you guys have an apothecary. And I was like, oh, that's so funny. And she had no idea that I was studying the herbs at that time. Like I was a couple of years into studying. Because this was like, what, 2 years ago then when I was pregnant? So anyways, the minute I woke up this morning, I was like, oh my God, I need to go back to that reading, because the whole thing was centered around like our business and the land and how we tend to the land and how we help heal and things like that. And she had like no idea what she was essentially talking about, because I hadn't talked to her in so long. So she didn't know about my training and the herbology and all that stuff. So I thought that was really cool. So I feel like that's happening.
Yeah, one more thing. So, a caveat to what Angelica was saying, it's not that we don't believe in past life regressions. It's just like Akashic Records. There are people that have that gift that can do that for you. We strongly believe it's not something people should be doing, because it is a completely separate life than the one you are given now. And by looking back at another life, to us it just feels very disrespectful to this life. This is a gift that we were given. Nothing in that life can affect us here, so what's the point of trying to force our way back?
That's the whole point. And I think that that's where maybe some of the beliefs differ from us and maybe some other people. And we don't know for sure, right? Like none of us know for sure until we're on the other side. But something that really resonates with us is to not go down that path, because you could be opening up things that could create interference in this lifetime that aren't necessarily like beneficial to you. So just being respectful of like your journey here and your path here and nature that's supporting you here. That's what we really believe in. It doesn't mean you don't get glimpses into that if nature decides that it's something that wants to be shared. That's completely different. But like going full into like a past life regression, we don't necessarily feel like that's a part of our path. So that's what we mean by that. So thank you for clarifying that. Hopefully that didn't come off incorrectly. So we're about to get into the shop and we're going to get our day started. So we'll take you guys along.
Good morning, everybody. It is our weekend. Our Saturday was extremely busy, so we didn't really have a chance to record more. And Violet is in love with the camera. Huh, Violet? So, Angelica is hanging out with one of her friends today. I am going to be at home. I'll probably be running some errands. We only have the one camera, so she'll probably be taking it so she can record stuff that they're talking about. We'll see. I also was able... sorry, we're on the couch, and she's not supposed to stand on the couch, but she loves standing on the couch, even though she can't balance herself that well. But that's fine. Yeah, wave.
You want to say hi, bye? Say hola, everyone. Cutie pie. Hey everyone, so as Remy said earlier, I'm actually meeting a friend today to go walking, and we're at a new spot. Hold on. There's actually a little park that I think we're gonna go and play at for a minute. Hey. Do you wanna go on the camera? You wanna say hi? So we'll take you guys along. All right guys, so we are out here. I want to introduce you to my friend Bridget.
Hi guys.
Say hi, Bridget.
Hi.
We're out walking. The baby still has not napped, and it's about maybe 2 hours past her nap time. She naps from like 8:30 to 9. But anyways, she's enjoying the scenery, and we're just out here. It's really pretty, so I wanted to show you the little waterfall and where we're at. It's really, really, really pretty here. There's just like all these paths, and it's been really nice. Nice clear day. All right, so I'm gonna put Bridget on the spot. Bridget, tell us about yourself. What do you do?
I am a being. No. I also am an intuitive. I do intuitive mentorship, life coaching, readings, and just an experimenter of life also.
So good.
And yeah, just naturally curious and always love talking to Angelica and just kind of diving into
Going
the
down
mysteries
to a rabbit
of the earth.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's me.
When did we meet? Was it 2020 or 2019?
Well, we had like a weird connection because we had been in each other's circles for so long, but we technically met in 2020.
Yeah, in 2020, but it was like online.
Well, okay, this is funny. So I was starting to pull cards for my like Instagram following, but I was just pulling a card at the time and sending whoever wanted the card a book description.
Yeah.
And so Angelica asked for one day, and I didn't really know, we hadn't met in person yet.
Yeah.
And she responds, she's like, "Thank you, but like, you can interpret the cards for yourself." And I was like, there's no way. And then we met for lunch, I believe, maybe like a couple weeks afterward.
That makes sense.
And you were teaching a psychic development class.
Yeah.
And then I started doing the psychic I think I got a reading with you too, and you were saying, you're like, I feel like I know your dad in the reading.
Oh my
God.
God.
Your dad feels familiar.
I forgot about this.
And we found out that my dad used to go to the salon that Angelica worked at.
Like back in the day. Like I was like 17 or 18 when I started doing hair. So I knew him then.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so then, I started taking your classes, and I opened up my business, I believe 3 months after
Jesus.
your classes were over.
Damn.
So,
Damn.
and that was 2020, or January 2021.
Wow.
So.
Wow. Yeah, I remember that. I remember she sent me a description from the book, and I was like, you can read that, right? Intuitively. And you did beautifully. I remember
Thank
that.
you.
I was like on vacation when I got it. So yeah, so we spent a lot of time like during COVID and everything. We were both living in the city, both had like spiritually based businesses. And we just like grew a lot. We had a lot of fun, supported each other. It was awesome.
It was.
And now
those are big.
they were big. Those were like, that was really big moments in our lives. So
Yes.
that's what's standing out to me, where I'm like, I remember being in the city and we were like going through
I was
it
still
and learning.
teaching, like, there was a lot.
Yeah.
The pandemic.
Yep, all that. It's crazy. So yeah, so we're just out here walking. We're gonna enjoy the walk a little bit more, and we'll check back in with you guys.
What's up, everybody? We are gonna have a little fun right now. We saw this challenge going on. Hold on, our little violet monsters. Oh, she stops just as I turn the camera around. So we've been seeing people talk about how they've never seen each other run at full speed before, and we kind of looked at each other and we're like, we haven't done that either. I'm not really a runner. I'm a big strong man, but Angelica loves running, but she does marathon runs, so it's not like full. She's not a fast runner. So we're gonna record ourselves doing that right now, and then we're gonna record ourselves doing a cartwheel. We all did cartwheels when we were little. Angelica was a cheerleader at one point, so she should be doing cartwheels pretty good. But that's what we're gonna do now. All right, I'm gonna set this up. I'm gonna hold it. She's gonna run. We're gonna stop the recording and then switch places. And there's our little baby running also. All right, let's get this going. All right, hold. Oh, make sure she doesn't get in the way. All right, go ahead.
I can go?
Yep.
Why am I nervous?
That was great. All right, a little bit.
Hey, Remy.
I'm gonna take my stuff down. I'm gonna put my stuff down, so I can be as aerodynamic as possible.
Okay. Wanna say hi? Oh,
Yeah,
oh, he's getting set up. All right, I'm gonna turn it.
It's bright, huh?
All right, go. Bob.
Did I look like a dork?
No. Remy wants a redo because I didn't get his feet. Okay, go ahead.
You got the feet area in?
Yep.
All right, cartwheels are up next. Violet's looking up at the moon.
She always finds her. I mean, it's her middle name.
You gotta get all that energy out, Bubs.
She had a big dinner. It's gotta, you know.
All right, do a cartwheel and then go ahead and chase her.
Oh God, I'm nervous.
That was great. That was a 10 out of 10, babe. Athletic man.
All right.
200
All right.
pounds. Hell yeah, I can.
All right, hon. Let's see it.
Wait, I almost started in the car.
Okay. Am I breaking Mama's back?
Yeah.
Stop. Hon, that was so good. It's a beautiful, if you guys can see this, let me just get this just because it's so pretty.
I think she pooped.
Oh, did you? If you guys can see these lilac. Oh, let me go this way because of the light.
That's why she's screaming.
Look at those. Ah, they're so pretty and they smell so good.
All right, guys. That'll be it for this week. We have some more adventures coming up soon. We are going to be doing another Sacred Earth Blessing. This time we're going to a waterfall. So
It's gonna be awesome.
I need to get some aquatic footwear because the only hiking shoes I have, one is packed away somewhere lost, and that is like a thick, heavy one. It's waterproof, but poor little Violet tripped and fell. So yeah, I need to go get some aquatic footwear because I have a few shoes. I've donated a lot of my shoes. I got rid of a lot of my shoes. All I have are my leather boots and one pair of sandals. Hopefully the other ones are around somewhere. They're just some slides. So Angelica is obsessed with Tevas. I'm not a fan of how they look, but apparently people love them for like trails and then being able to like go to a beach and then in water with it. So I was like, I'll check them out. So next week we'll probably do that because a lot of the next Sacred Earth Blessings that I'm doing are going to be in and around water. So awesome. And it's going to be warmer. It's a bit chilly right now. It only got up to 60, but after today it's going to be in the 70s and 80s. So I'm looking forward to it warming up. I can finally switch out all my spring clothes. So yeah, that's gonna be great. We will check you guys out next week and hopefully we'll have a lot more content. All right, see ya.